Patients with Hodgkin lymphoma usually do very well, and I still think that the jury is still out about frontline treatment, and we have a very mixed approach, and internationally I think more European countries would give an escalated BIACOP DAC approach up front versus America, where they still would tend to use an ABVD RAFL type approach. There's some data about novel agents. I don't think that's something that's going to be coming to patients in the UK as a frontline treatment at the moment. Probably the practice changing thing for any of our Hodgkin patients now is the discussion about where radiotherapy fits in. We've known that radiotherapy is often an important treatment for patients with Hodgkin, particularly if it's early stage. Using radiotherapy with chemotherapy together produces fantastic outcomes, and with minimal toxicity if you get the combination, the combined modality approach just right. What we haven't known, now that we have PET scan available, is that if the PET scan is negative, do you still need to have that radiotherapy at the end of treatment? We do know that if patients start with escalated BIACOP, so a more intensive approach up front, and the PET scan is negative, it doesn't matter if there was a lot of bulky disease to start with, you do not require any radiotherapy. But we didn't know if that was the case for ABVD treated patients. In RAFL, there were only a few patients with bulk who had radiotherapy, so it was too small a subset to analyse whether that was valuable. And I think what's come out from ICML is the French data showing a randomised approach, showing that if patients did or didn't have radiotherapy allocated in a random fashion, it didn't make any difference if they'd achieved a remission on PET scan. So I think for patients, that's something that we can explain and feel more comfortable if the end of treatment PET scan is negative. Even if there was bulky disease at diagnosis and they started with ABVD, we do not need to give radiotherapy.